Hi, my name's Angie, and I'm here with my son, Bray. We are from Texas, and this is our third visit here to the Stem Cell Institute. He was 3, and at that point, it had already been, like 2 years that we knew he had autism, and he didn't sleep for the first 3 years all night, ever. Where normally you get past the baby phase and you can but he didn't sleep. There were times he'd wake up in like a night terror, like he literally was like, it's like almost like he wasn't awake, but he was, and so but you can't get to him, like you're saying like, Bray, it's okay, because he's crying and screaming and for no reason, but he's not registering like that you're even there. No words at all, no words. He also had no eye contact, wouldn't respond when you called his name. He just 100% ignore you. Those are things that we were hoping to get improvements on when he was little like that. Of course, I have 2 other kids that are older, and they had already potty trained by 2 years old. He was already 3 at the time, going on 4. It was just things that we knew he was behind on that we were hoping we could get improvements with. So of course we go to the doctor and we're like, he hears us, I know. I'm pretty sure he hears us, but he doesn't respond, and why doesn't he, So we were just looking for any kind of alternative therapies. Of course, the only thing recommended from doctors was ABA. That's pretty much it. Diet and ABA, and even diet they said was not a cure. So ABA, pretty much all you can do is just try to manage. And so we were of course looking for alternative. Found a stem cell page on Facebook that the lady told me that where she heard from it, and started reading a lot of testimonials. And at the time it was 2017 or so, and my son was already diagnosed, and we didn't look at any other clinics at the time. As far as the stem cell group on Facebook that I was in, and just the recommendation and me reading through the website here and them sending me information on it, I felt like at the time it was the leading. If there were others, I had seen where some people would mention other clinics at the time. I don't know that any of them were within a good distance from the US, so I didn't want to go to India or somewhere really far. Not only that, I feel like that with the information that I received on this clinic, it was probably the leading one to use. If you're going to do something like that with your child, you want to make sure that it's safe, and the research has been done, the experiences are there, the data, the trial, all the things have been done that makes you believe that your child will be okay if you do it. And so I felt like here at the Stem Cell Institute that there were plenty of people previous to us, and their experiences made me feel safe doing it. When we started stem cell therapy, a lot of the improvements that we saw with Bray was better eye contact. He's by no means fully verbal still, but he does have a lot more words. He has a lot more understanding. Pretty much anything we tell him, he knows what we're saying. Whether or not he responds back to it, maybe not. He's not conversational, but he can tell you his wants and needs clearly. He understands yes and no finally. Things that we just really, really noticed were important, like that things that made our life easier for sure. Actually acknowledging another person, his brother, his sister, his aunt, his uncle, his mom, dad, like he'll acknowledge you when you come in, like immediately. He sleeps amazingly, like every night, all night. Rarely does he wake up at night. So that was a big, you almost can't put a price on it, literally, like sleep. You just need, you need them to sleep so you can sleep and everybody can have a better day. He used to just point or put your hand if he wanted something, and now he'll say the item once he learns the item, and he doesn't forget. One other thing I can mention is all the improvements that he made after his stem cell therapy, he kept. He finally potty trained, and quickly. They really worked with him at ABA on that, but and us at home, but they were just amazed at how quickly he picked it up. Like, considering they deal with kids every day with autism, they were just really amazed, and I was too, because I had no idea how am I going to explain to this kid that you can't just go, you have to wait to go, and those kind of things. Like, how do you make somebody understand that you don't think understands hardly anything you say? But he did. He dresses himself, he feeds himself, you know, things that I feel like are big that I didn't want to have to do for him the rest of his life, like to make him more self-sufficient, you know. So those are things that we have seen. He still isn't real good at like just going up and being like, hey, do you want to play? But he wants to go and at least see what they're doing. Where before, literally, people could be doing anything beside him and he would 100% ignore. Like, I don't care what you're doing. Where now he'll kind of be like, oh, what are they doing? Kind of go over curious as to what they're doing or try to get into it. Sometimes, not always, but he does more than what he used to, for sure. So the response from people when he makes acknowledgement that they come in, they're just so happy that he remembers them, first of all, because you do kind of feel like a lot of times like you have to be the one with kids with autism, like, hi Bray, or maybe like, Bray, say hi to so-and-so, you know, where now he just does it. And then they're just like, oh my gosh. And the same thing when people leave, bye-bye. And us too, like, you know, just for him to acknowledge you versus just like whatever, whoever this person is, like, I'll walk up and be like, hi, and right away, hi, mama. I mean, and all of us, from the time you find out you have a kid with autism, you feel like you may never hear mom or dad from them, so it's awesome. Well, I decided to share my story because I really feel like I would have benefited from hearing this type of information when we first started our journey. It's just good to know that people have good experience with it, and that I would like other parents to know that it's worth it. Even the small things make such a big difference. We all want better quality of life for him, for his future, and just for us, for day to day. Like, you always want more for him. And so I feel like that people should come into it not expecting a miracle, but hoping for one. Like, maybe just, and even if you get the same improvements that we got, that you would be thankful and appreciative that, and feel like it's worth it, and you did what you could. So I'm happy with that.